Today I want to show you how to do a cartoon giraffe. I love giraffes, and normally if I go to the zoo, I once went to the zoo actually in France and they were feeding the giraffes popcorn, which is not something you should do. But I love giraffes. I just think that there's something about them that's so cool. So I wanted to show you a giraffe that I drew and painted, but it's more of a realistic giraffe. I love the spots on them. I think they look really lovely. And I just thought, why not show you a pigeon? Because it didn't take that long to do. You know when you think, oh, it's going to take forever, and you do it and you think, oh, it looks pretty good. So today we're going to do a cartoon giraffe because it's quite fun. It's summer holidays. Let's draw something fun, not too difficult, and it doesn't have to be realistic, just some cartoon fun. So let's go. You want a piece of paper that's going to be portrait, and you want a pencil. So the first thing you're going to do is plan out what the head's going to look like. So it's going to be just almost like a rainbow. I'll do it quite dark just so you can see. So it's like that. I'm just going to get my trusty eraser. So you're going to start off on the top with a bit of a rainbow, and then what you want to do is with the rainbow you want to go down, straight, down, woo, straight. Try and get it straight. Mine's a bit wobbly, isn't it? Ah, if you can, try and get it straight because you actually want it more straight, but I'm tempted to rub that out. Do you know what? It should be that straight. That's what you're aiming for. So I think I'm going to rub that line out. You've probably done yours super straight, so yours is going to be awesome. Okay, then just join those two together. So it doesn't matter if they're not exactly parallel. Just join them up. You don't want to do it so it looks too much of a square, like that, angle. And you don't want to do it so it's too rounded. So just join them up a little bit. And then we're going to do a line across. Oh man, I think my pen's just run out because it touched the tip axe. So you want to do a line a bit like a rainbow. Think rainbow. I love rainbows. Hang on, just got to remember that the nose, we're going to do little nostrils. It's up to you to do this. You don't have to do a nostril, but I quite like it. It's quite fun. And then we're going to do the mouth. Now, I like to do a happy cartoon mouth. So it's up to you how you want to do the mouth. You look so cute. I just love giraffes. There's something about them. I might colour in the nostrils, you know. Then it's quite fun to do cartoon eyes. You know how you could do the big eyes, but I'm just going to stick with just circles, black circles, but you feel free to just do the big eyes. I quite like doing the circles because they kind of make it reminds me of those jelly cat teddies where they look so cute because I've got the cutest eyes. I'm just going to do a little bit of an eyebrow. He looks a bit like a monkey now. Then what I want to do is, my sister told me what they're called, but I keep forgetting. They're the horns of the giraffe. I think they're called oscillates or something. I can't remember, but they're basically like horns. So we're going to do two little lines going up, two little lines going up. Then you want to go, whee. So it's up to you how you want to draw that. You can do them like an egg. Kind of look like a bumblebee now, doesn't he? So that's really cool because what we want to draw next is, I think it's his ears. We're just going to go, and then, you have to make that noise obviously. Then I want to get out the rubber. So I've got Tipp-Ex, you're gonna have an eraser, and you're going to erase it out. So you just want to erase these bits because it becomes part of the head then. It looks more cool. Oh, he looks cute. There's something about giraffes which I think we probably know now because I've said it quite a few times already. Now I'm going to draw the spots, but not yet because my Tipp-Ex that I've put on there, which you're not going to use because there's no need to use that. I'm only using it because I'm using marker to draw it so you can see it. Now you want to touch a bit there, and you want to go down, down, down. Can you see how I'm curving? So I've gone down, but as I've gone down, I'm curving the line. Then the other side of him, I'm going to go down, and then a real proper curve. So I'm going to go, whoa. think my pen's running out. Then, once you've done that, you're going to do this. So if you can't do that, just think neck, and then it goes like that, because it's going to be the back of him. It's going to be the back side of him. Then we've got these cute little legs. Now remember, it's a cartoon one, so we want it to look really sweet. So we're going to go. So think about leg, leg. Remember, this isn't a realistic one, and you don't need it to look realistic. You want it to look kind of cool. So you're going to have a little line here. Do another one, because he's got 2 legs at the front. And then you're going to have 2 legs in the back. So there's his other leg. He looks sweet. I'm just going to do it dark so you can see it. And then what you could do is got a line there, line there, line there. So it's the tips of the legs. You've got his little lines. Now he's got his cutest little tail. So you're going to do 2 little lines coming out from there. Can you see the 2 little lines? Then you're going to go... Because it is a cartoon animal, we want it to be exaggerated. So what I mean by that is you want everything to be either too big or too small, or just looking kind of cute. Now, we're going to start off with some shapes. So giraffes got circles or shapes on them, really. They're not circles. So you want to add those in. Can you see as I'm doing the smaller ones here? So what you want to do is on the back, make like half circles look quite cool. And then we're going to do some on his head. Don't really want anything there. Nah, might do one there. There you go. How cute is he? For some reason I want to call him George. I seem to call all my animals George. Okay, now we've drawn him. If I was to change him, I would probably make his jawline a bit more rounded, because he looks a bit like he's made out of Lego, which isn't a bad thing, is it? I quite like Lego. Right, let's go. So I'm going to use oil pastels. I love oil pastels. So you can use paint, you can use chalk, you can use anything you like. And I'm going to take out the yellow, because he's a cartoon animal. I want to do him so he's bright. So we don't need to do him realistic, just bright yellow would be fine. So I'm going to colour. It's going to take a while. But I'm going to colour all the background of his body yellow. If you're not sure if it's oil or chalk, because a lot of people get confused. If it's crunchy and falls to dust, that is chalk. And if it's kind of like this doesn't fall to dust, this is oily, so if you do that it comes off onto you. It's quite oily because it is oil pastel. I suppose because it's yellow you could actually go over the circles if you wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. So there is, there's his body, then his head. I'm not going to do the horns or the ears. Do you know what, I might do the ears actually, but I'm not going to do the horns. Oh, my arm. Okay, so there's my yellow. What I want to do is I'm going to get a cool brown, so you can get any brown you like. I've got like these 2 browns, but I quite like the idea of the reddy brown. So I'm going to draw around. I think this bit of the giraffe in real life is normally black. Can you see how I've drawn around there dark, but I've coloured it in a bit lighter? And what I want to do is I'm going to draw around, because it is a cartoon version of my drawing, I'm going to draw around the line. It's like I'm outlining him. You can outline him in black, but it's quite nice to outline him in this colour because when you smudge it, and I'll do the legs this colour. I think a lot of him's black, but I'm just going to colour it in now. Going a bit mad, aren't I, with this colour? Let's just do this as well. Okay, right, can you see like there's a lot that colour? But that is okay because when you get one finger, we're just going to smudge in a little bit. If you've got paint, you can still do this by smudging in with a bit of water, or you might decide you don't want to do that, and that's fine. You can paint it. I'm doing it dark underneath there because it would be shadow and it just looks kind of cute. If you're painting it, you could let it dry and then go over the outline with a marker pen or felt tip or something. Okay, I quite like him as he is, to be fair. He looks kind of cool. There is something strange about that because we need to mix it in a bit more. So my finger's warm and I'm just mixing it in. Whew, okay. Now what I want to do is get a very dark brown. And this is going to be... It's very hot in here today in my studio. So it's melting brilliantly. It is quite painful though to do. It's like when you do art and you do it quite, you know, you've got to press hard with the pastels. It can be quite tiring. But it's all good. It's all good practice for when you create masterpieces. If you're in school doing lots of art, you want to be an artist when you get older. Oh, my arm. Okay, so just persevere. You can pause if you're using oil pastel and just do a little bit later if you want to have a rest because it can be quite tiring. Right, there's my cute giraffe. We're going to take a black, and I'm going to just, on cartoon things, black really makes things look outlined. It's really nice. Can you see it stands out? He kind of looks more cute as well. I might just outline that in black. And then you've got the mouth. Now, even though I've done the tail black, I'm just going to did the tail brown. It's more black, so I'm just going to colour a bit more of it black and smudge. And the bottom of him, just so they look a bit different from the outline of him. Going to do a black outline and then smudge it a bit. And that is my giraffe. It's really nice when you're using chalk or oil pastel. Once you've drawn it, it's nice to smudge it, but you just got to be super careful not to smudge, obviously, what you've drawn. So don't go like that, just smudge over them carefully. I would probably get the black and outline the little horn bits. It's just really nice to just practice adding things. If you think, oh, I wonder what it looks like to do some black, then give it a go. So don't be scared to try new things. You might decide that the whole thing outlined black would look better, and give that a go if you have to. You're not going to get it wrong, so it's okay. Oh, I literally like black actually going around. I think that does look quite cool. There we are. There is my cartoon giraffe, very simple, very cute, and what should we call him? I like the idea of putting something behind him, so I might get some paint. What goes, do you think, with yellow? Just trying to think what colour would go with yellow. I quite like the idea of, I just found this awesome colour. You could probably mix this up actually. I've got a palette and I've got this, it's just a ready mixed paint. I think it's actually from the Works. Just a very, you know, cheap shop that you can get any paint from. But I'm going to dip my brush in it and I'm just going to colour my background. I've got this quite large brush that's flat, but I think it's a water-based paint, so you don't have to worry too much about being too neat. It's not like the paint I normally use, like acrylic. So it's not plastic based, it's like water based. So I'm just doing the background to make my giraffe stand out and just give it something different. You know, it's nice to have a background. You don't have to do this, obviously, but I love doing backgrounds. I think they make the picture stand out. The good thing about this paint is it's so watery. You don't have to put water in it because it's already ready mixed. And if you are using oil pastels, it's pretty cool because when you paint by accident, like if I do that over an oil pastel, I can just wash it off. Try not to, but if you do make a mistake over oil pastel, you just get a cloth and you can wash it off, so it's pretty easy. I like when I do a background to not go to the edges. It's really nice to just fade off into sort of a bit like that. You don't need to do a background and where it finishes there. You can finish it wherever you like. Like I like finishing it about there. And can you see how he kind of looks more fun? He reminds me of he's in the zoo. Or he's in the wild. Let's say he's in the wild. And he's just enjoying being outdoors in the sunshine, and there is the blue sky. If you wanted to make it look more dark around the edges, then you just get more of the paint and just keep going over it. So you just put more layers. Depends if your paper is thick, because if your paper's thick, you can put more water, like as in more paint over it, because there's water in the paint. And there we go. There is my giraffe called Stanley. Stanley, my giraffe, says hello. There we are, guys. Have a bit of fun doing Stanley the giraffe. I'm just going to rinse out and take this off because that's smudged, isn't it? So have a little bit of fun. I think I'm going to go over there. It's gone a bit green now I said that. So have a bit of fun doing Stanley. Have fun. And then let me know what you come up with. And you can always sign your name at the bottom. I love signing my name. It just feels nice to think, oh, when I finished a piece of work, it's done. I think I'm tempted to get some... I kind of want to take that green off. What I'm doing with this is I'm getting a nail, like my nail, and just scraping some of the paint off. Because the blue went over the top. Oh, and the problem is my hands are messy. But that's generally what you're trying to do. You're trying to just get it nice yellowy colour there. Okay, guys, enjoy doing Stanley. Enjoy drawing Stanley. There's always more I want to add every time I look at it. Enjoy drawing him. Maybe do some more splodges and you can do some shadow. Every time I look at it, I realise I've got to add more. Do some shadow, add some more bits, and let me know how you get on. See you soon. Bye.